here. Okay. You know what? That was my fault because no, it wasn't on mute. It was half unplugged from me moving around, and it kind of slid out of the little socket. So there it goes. It should be. You should be hearing everything fine now. So anyway, there we go. Everything's in good. Yes, honey. Deb went and put on some makeups and a hoochie dress. So there we go. Yeah, that was me. I didn't. I was just bumping around and everything and pulled the thing out the plug. That's all. Nothing serious. No technical difficulties. We're still on Wi-Fi because I haven't. They want to come out here and look at my stuff, and I'm like, well, I don't have time for that. So we just gonna go over that till next week when I have time. But anyway, everybody, thanks for coming. You're going to spend the next hour with me while we go through some of these things that you guys have sent in. Some very, very amusing and somewhat also disturbing memes and screenshots of posts and comments that people have made. I'm telling you, the dust just never ceases. So let's go. Okay. Now, if this is not the number one dusty in the world. Thanks, you guys. I'm looking at the comments and everybody saying I look good. Thank you, thank you. I say not too bad for an old chick, huh? Look at this dust though. Look at this. Fake propose. Fake propose. I mean, see, this is when you get run into the danger of what I call the shut up ring, ladies. The shut up ring will get you in trouble because you be all excited. You be holding your hand out and saying, oh, yes, yes, oh my God, and accepting his little weak ass, raggedy ass proposal. And, getting yourself in a situation because now a lot of you think, even though you're not married, you like to act like you are and be giving the dudes access to all your money and assets and living in your house and all the stuff and acting like you a wife. But this is it right here. And had a nerve to call such a dusty bum using somebody a king. Okay, this meme had so much wrong with it. I just couldn't stop staring at it. He's trying to position himself to get, and they'll have like three or four women that they dealing with that they all propose to with them $25 Walmart rings, talking about, we gonna get married, and then, they want half of your income tax refund, and y'all thinking this gonna be your husband, you give it to him. We're gonna be talking about this and other ways that you guys set yourself up to be financially abused next month in the February lineup of topics. But yeah, this exposed a lot. Okay, let's move on. This guy, yeah, Ed F. No, it should be more like F Ed because he's like talking about, stop taking women that you just met on dinner dates. Respect your time, respect your money. Okay. Um, where you gonna take her then? I'm not saying it has to be dinner, but what you gonna do? You have to do something. So these dudes, they don't want to do anything. And you can have dinner at a decent restaurant for less than $40. So, dude, if you can't handle, going to a little Chinese place or something, some little burger joint, dinner is just food that's in a nice ambiance where you can knock back a beer or something and have a good conversation. It doesn't have to be a five-star restaurant with a bill of $200 or $300. So I'm just really confused about what it is that these guys think that they have to do that costs all this money. And Negro, let me explain to you. Let me explain, Lucy. When women go on dates, it costs us time and money too. You ain't the only one. You think getting your hair and nails and a mani pedi and a babysitter if you have kids is free? Do you think that new outfit and all that makeup and all the stuff that she got to go on a date with you was free? And if she had to take an Uber because she didn't want to drive because she knew she would be drinking, that costs money too. So, you get a haircut and you might pay to wash your car, but you do that anyway, whether you're going out on a woman anyway, because y'all like to walk around with your car clean all the time. So you can't really say that that is for the date. But she did all this stuff so she would look nice for you, for your date. And then you want to balk about spending a little money on the actual date expense? See, dusty fools. All right, let's move on. Not too much to say about that. This was funny. Child, look at this woman. She is dusty too. Dustzilla that he's talking about. You had a crush on her till she messaged back. I, as in eyeball, can't wait, as in scale weight, to see, as in ocean, you next, as in that's connected to your head, week. Can't wait to see you next week. And look at dude's face. Exactly, lady boss. And they be complaining. These lipsticks be costing $20, $25. And then you get the foundation and all this stuff, because you want to look cute. You go to get your hair done, that's 100 and something dollars. I mean, I don't know what these guys are thinking. Like they're the only ones investing something in a date. They're just, if they don't have sisters like, or haven't been married before or whatever, they have no clue what women spend to try to look nice, how much it costs. Well, he didn't send the text. Some woman sent that to him. You're getting it confused, Priya. See, he had a crush on her till she messaged him back, and that's what she said. So, well, probably. But you know what happens when men do stuff like this? When they see that you're a dummy, unless he's a dummy too, now that's a good match. But if he's not a dummy and he sees that you are, but you still look good, you're going to slide over into that booty call category. He's not going to want to take you around nobody he knows because you're too dumb. And they're going to be looking at him all kind of crazy. Yeah, girl. I think about everything, but that's why you have me, Let's Talk. I do all that thinking for you. Because I don't never stop thinking about crazy shit. I'll sit there half asleep thinking about crazy shit. That's just what I do. All right, let's move on because there's not too much to say there. She need to go back to school. Soon as you get in a relationship, he says, here come the motherfucker that you really wanted. Now I gotta cheat. And isn't that interesting how that happens though? I've experienced that too. You know what I mean? So, you single, right? You single. You ain't have, I mean, not, like singles, like single, not nobody in the picture, no corner cut, no, Mr. Midnight, no, none of that. You're single, 100% single. Just working on yourself, maybe going back to school, working on getting a promotion at your jobs, you taking extra classes. I mean, you're focused on something else besides men. Okay, so finally, you say, okay, well, I'm done with that. And so then you meet somebody, whether it was by accident or intentionally, you meet someone and it's like, it kind of works out. It's like, okay, this is kind of cool. So you keep seeing them, I mean, it's not like no grand romance or nothing, but, it's comfortable and you guys have fun together and the communication is good and the eggplant's fine. And so then all of a sudden, you're in this situation with somebody who really likes you and you kind of you like them and everything, and then all of a sudden you meet the person that knocks your socks off, that you can't stop thinking about, that you want to be with more than anything. The thought of them makes your heart race. You just can't get enough of being around them. That always happens. If you notice that always happens. As soon as you get into one of those kind of, where you fall into it type of relationships, it never fails. That's happened to me so many times. So many times. Shit, well, I ain't a male and it's happened to me, so I'm just saying. It's just something about, I think, the energy that you put out. You're like you're settled, you're at peace or something. You're just relaxed about that whole mating thing. And then here comes what you always wanted, but it eluded you up until that moment. That's what I mean. Yeah, bad timing is it. So let us move on. Now I don't know what kind of sick, twisted nonsense this is from somebody on a serious crack high, but